Hello, this is Daryl Coach D. Andrews coming to you with the next Workforce Development Motivator video. Today, I'd like to take a few moments and talk to you about something that many workforce development contractors and agencies are talking about today and trying to develop plans for, and that is WIOA, out-of-school youth motivation. Now, obviously, there are major differences between WIA and WIOA. There's a greater emphasis on out-of-school youth and youth who have more challenges. But one thing we need to keep in mind is under WIA, there were still challenges. I ran programs for a number of years. I mentioned to you I ran the HYPE program, which is a program with HYPE stood for basically helping youth pursue excellence. And we had tremendous success rate with HYPE. And we had a large number of out-of-school youth. We had high graduation rates, high reentry into school, back into school rates, and a lot of post-secondary success. So what I want to do today is, under the umbrella of the Workforce Development Motivator, is to talk to you about, I think, some specific strategies, if you're a workforce development agency, to consider to help you achieve your WIOA goals for out-of-school youth and youth that may be a little bit more challenging than the in-school youth to work with. And a lot of what I'm going to share with you is a byproduct of what we created in our own HYPE program. The first thing I think you really need to think about in order for your WIOA youth to be successful is community synergy. I know we talk about partnerships and the people that we work with outside of our programs, but with out-of-school youth, it really takes a strong collaborative effort between workforce and community leaders, organizations, churches, whatever it may be, to help you reach this particular population. There, as you and I know, there's a reason why they're out of school. There's something that happened in their life, some type of traumatic situation that caused them to significantly, to make the choice, I should say, of not deciding to stay in school. So you need role models. You need people who may have influence with the population that you're serving, and tell them and talk to them and convince them how important they are to you achieving success with the youth that you're serving in your program. We had great community partnerships, great community collaborators, but we also had specific strategies that we shared with those collaborators that we needed them to understand in order for them to help us succeed, and we all want to succeed in our WIA youth. So community synergy is extremely important when you're dealing with out-of-school youth and challenge youth. Number two is seeing into the future. One thing we thought that was important is not to look at our out-of-school youth or more challenged youth for where they are, but really look at them collaboratively, and this is important, collaboratively for where they're going. One thing I share with my staff is that no matter who they interact with, from the secretary to a job developer to a caseworker, it doesn't matter. When we ran our programs, the message has to be the same. In other words, we all within our organization have to be on the same page as far as their expectations, as far as their goals, and saying the same thing, so that no matter who they interact with when they walk in our doors, they heard the same message of hope, workforce success, life success, academic success. Sometimes I work with some organizations and you have one group saying optimistic, positive things, and other people are saying negative things. And that sends a mixed message to our youth, because who do I side with? And it's very easy to side with anyone that's negative. You and I know that. But with the youth, they need to hear positive all the time. I was just reminded that one time I was doing a training and I made a statement, and one of the coordinators said, "Man, they love my work and they use me all the time, but coach, that one right there may have been a bit of a challenge." And I had to go back and think about what I said, and I said, "You know what, you're right." And so I had to kind of clean it up and go back and apologize, and people got it. The clients, I was working with a group of workforce adults in this particular program. But it's just that keep the focus on the positive. And the last thing you want to think about is motivational strategy. Again, what is our strategy to motivate these participants? What do we do collectively to make things a success on a day-to-day basis? Because again, motivation, and you maybe heard me say about motivation in the past, motivation is the fuel that gets things going. The strategy is the car, so you need both. So to have a good motivational strategy for our workforce WIOA youth clients, so that again, between our stakeholders, within our organization, we're sending a very strong message to our WIOA youth who need that inspiration and that motivation. One other thing you can add to is just role modeling. Having people in there who are great examples, who maybe overcame obstacles themselves, and help them to become an example and a role model to your WIOA youth. So this is Daryl, Coach D. Andrews. Again, I work with a lot of workforce programs. I'll be a speaker in a few weeks at this year's Pennsylvania Workforce Development Association Conference. Again, last year I was a keynote speaker. I speak at conferences and workforce sites to youth and adults and staff all over the United States. This is truly my passion. I've been in it for 20 years, and I do it because I'm a byproduct of workforce development success. My mother was a first-generation high school graduate, got a GED in the workforce program, landed her first job in the workforce program, and as a result influenced me to become a first-generation college graduate and totally shift my life's paradigm. So, again, Daryl Andrews, Coach D, please subscribe to this page. I'll be sending out more frequently these videos. I'm so busy speaking and training, it's very hard to find the time, but I'm going to do a better job of getting these videos out, and hopefully this information is helpful. If you have any questions, contact me at the information at the end of this page. But again, subscribe to the page, share it in some of maybe your staff meetings. It's really designed to help you as the workforce development professional to succeed in what you're doing. Daryl, Coach D. Andrews, have a passionate day.